same. How the story's been told. Call me anytime, never tap out. A lioness is on the rise. Don't ever have no doubt.
WEFM, the clean, fresh sound.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All righty then, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Good morning to you wherever you are on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Today is the 21st in the month of July 2026. All right. Good morning to you wherever you are. All the folks heading to work this morning, good morning to you. Good morning to you, Roleza.
Morning, Maka. Good morning, everybody. Hope that you are doing just fine.
Yep.
What does you say afterwards? Anyway, we hope that you're having a good day, right? And hoping that we are helping to make your day off to a good start.
Yeah.
All right, that's what I wanted to say. All right, let me say good morning. I had this morning greetings to send for the longest while. So good morning to Mr. and Mrs. Sam. That is, yes, Colin Sam's parents. I guess you might be wondering how you're randomly getting a hail up this morning. Ask Colin, right? So good morning to Mr. and Mrs. Sam. And let me also say good morning to Janelle and her husband. I met Janelle on Friday after like a couple years. So good morning to Janelle and her husband who said that they're always listening to the program. So, yeah.
All right. So I have two topics, but I don't even know which one to start with. But let me just start with this one. All right. Calls for ban on tinted windows for rental vehicles in SVG. All right. In a bid to enhance public safety and transparency, lawyer Jomo Thomas has proposed a total ban on tinted windows for all rental vehicles. Thomas argued that no rental vehicle should be any tint and that every vehicle in the country should have clear front windows so that the driver can be easily identified. All right, he dismissed concern about privacy, stating that there is no expectation of privacy when one is in a public space on a public road. Thomas noted that in many international jurisdictions, such as the United States, heavy tints are illegal and manufacturers typically provide light tint mainly for glare protection. So basically, Jomo Thomas is saying that it shouldn't be any tint on rental vehicles. For me, all vehicles, not only rental. That's for me.
Oh, so you actually agree that the dark tint should be removed?
But if you're saying that dark tint should be removed from rental vehicle, it should be all vehicle, not rental alone.
Okay, fair point.
Because I guess he's saying this because of the crime that's happening.
Yeah, and that criminals, you don't know what persons will be up to when they rent these vehicles and so forth. I suppose I was surprised. Do you think, okay, let's not have the conversation just yet on should it be taken off of rentals? Do you think that dark tint should be removed from vehicles?
I see on Facebook, right, that some people are complaining about, you buy a vehicle for how much thousands of dollars you need privacy. But but I think it should be moved from all vehicles.
Yeah?
Yeah, all vehicles. Because just to help to combat crime.
Okay. All right, in all instances. Okay, fair enough. I often wonder how persons with these dark tints, and some police officers have them too, so we ain't taking them out of the mix.
Not only police officers, we're talking about ministers too.
No, ministers, okay, no. So I would say when it comes to official government vehicles, depending on...
Right, that's official. But talking about ministers' private vehicle, you think they should have Dark tint?
I don't think so. People know whose vehicles belong to who, But the reason why I have done police officers is because they're supposed to know better. Right. They would know much better than we do, right?
Correct.
But so that's why I emphasize police officers. But I often wonder how it is some persons go about driving in these tinted vehicles. I don't understand.
The other day, I was traveling with a friend in his vehicle and properly dark. And you hardly could see. You understand? He having bright lights and you hardly could see on the road.
Yeah.
I asked him, how you seeing with this? He said he accustomed to it.
I don't know how they make it. Being a passenger in some of these vehicles, sometimes I don't get it. I suppose sometimes I just sit to each their own, but for me personally, no. But back to the topic at hand, in terms of the removal, I am agreeing with Maka when he says that if we are going to be asking for it to be taken off of rental vehicles because criminals might be doing whatever they're doing when they rent the vehicles, same thing can happen in a P.
Yep.
Right? Criminals also drive P. They can go about doing nefarious things also in P vehicles. So if we are going to call for this, and this is a discussion that happened maybe like 2 years ago about the removal of tint. I think it was supposed to be a legislation was supposed to be passed in relation to it. I don't think it was passed. Somebody could correct me if I'm wrong there. But this is a conversation that was had, but nothing ever came out of it. But if you are going to say from rental vehicles, it should apply to all vehicles. All right?
Not only rental alone.
Yeah.
All vehicles.
Yeah. So.
there's another story that happened in Barrouallie. I think we have the tape on the StreamYard. If you could just show the folks.
No, I seen somebody here said next to remove the tint from sunglasses so they could see all your eye.
Remove the tint from where?
I probably shouldn't even read that because it's just anyway. All right, let's go with this.
What should have been a normal walk to the park on Saturday, July 18th, turned into a near-death experience for 70-year-old Patrick Roberts of Barrouallie.
Saturday morning, I was going through the park. As well as Barrouallie, I was going down the fishing bay. When I reached in the park, I want to urinate, so stand up. When I look, I see a guy come on behind me, my name. I said, what are you just following me? But me know what you say. But I try, after I get scared, and I try to move off fast. And then so when I move off, I start to feel somebody chopping me. Chopper. So I said, we mean do nothing, wait to want to kill me. And keep chopping me. So you see, most of the chopping is when me turn around. We try to confront him. Told him, I'm going to this chopping.
In an exclusive interview on Monday, July 20th, Roberts told One News SVG that he has not been in an altercation with anyone.
An altercation.
His sister Weena Roberts said the Barrouallie community is uneasy because of the situation, because Mr. Roberts is known to be an angel. She said he spent most of his life working in the Grenadines after calling it quits in 2021 as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic.
You
have an idea, you know who they do?
I really, you could just hear them say. I can't really say, because me.
Boy, listen, I don't even know how to comment on this.
I'll tell you, it's difficult for me to look at the image of Mr. Roberts there, because it's just, you're going about your business, not expecting anything like this, and then, and I noted, the extended video that's on One News, his sister, Weena, she's describing him as Chucky. You remember Chucky? Yeah, because of the scars on Chucky's face. Chucky the dog.
Yeah.
Right? And I mean, I don't think she said it to be insensitive, but that's exactly what he looks like now. And it was difficult for me to look at him. I am hoping that by now the police, they have apprehended this individual, because if he could have done this to a random individual, right? A random elderly gentleman, let's say this person came into contact with a child or a woman, right? What could possibly happen? So again, it comes back to this whole conversation of persons who have mental illness within our society. How do we treat, how do we address them? Because we just never know when we could become a victim at their hands. So
I don't know, boy. I mean, you could imagine this gentleman just going his merry business and somebody walk up to him and doing this.
yeah, without provocation,
Yeah.
without anything, you know. And I mean, I don't know about your experience, but like for me, when I walk in town, when I walk in certain places, let's say I see somebody with a weapon, whether or not I know they're crazy or not, I am letting them walk 10 steps ahead of me because I just never know. Like I was telling y'all the other day when I approached a crossing recently across by St. Mary's area. And there's a known street character who is suffering from mental illness on the streets of Kingston. And him and I got to the crossing at the same time. Guess who crossed before me, Maka?
Oh.
He crossed before me because I did not want to have my back towards him just in case, you know, something. Because you just never know.
Sometimes when you meet these guys in Kingston, you have to keep an eye on them, eh?
Yeah, you do. You do.
You have to keep an eye on them.
And it's just so unfortunate in a sense. I don't know in terms of legally if the police or the authorities could just round them up. But again, you can't just necessarily round them up because they too are entitled to their own human rights.
When you say rounds up, what do you mean?
Rounds up and put them in a facility.
Oh, take them off the street.
Take them up, right. Yeah. Take them up off the street, right? But I do know
that happened years ago when I can't remember who was coming in.
I think it was one of the royals visiting.
One of the royals
visiting. One of the royals.
And they take up all of the street.
Yeah.
Every single one they take up off the street.
Yeah. But that's the thing. So I don't know, because I know there are some persons who are going to say that they are entitled to certain rights as humans, right? They're entitled to certain rights. So you can't just detain them just like that because you are potentially fearful. But we just never know. And we've seen time and time again where incidents of persons who have mental illness, who have...
Let me just take this quick caller. Hello, morning.
Okay.
Morning.
I see I couldn't get him yesterday to say no happy birthday. I think somebody was blocking me.
It wasn't me.
I ain't say nothing more. But when an incident I saw when I was in town, I saw a mentally ill beating up another mentally ill. He put some kick under that fella. And I wasn't afraid of him because he was beating up the other guy. So I asked him what happened. He said, "Yeah, he disturbed me in my sleep." And I was like, "God, you're in the street sleeping. Who could disturb you?"
Okay, I didn't get that first off. Who put kick on the who?
One mentally ill beat up another one.
Oh, okay.
Where?
On that street, right by the bank. Where the old NCB was.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I decided to ask him, well, what did I do? Because he asked me for money after he done that. So I said, why did you beat up the guy? Oh, he disturbed me in my sleep. And I'm like, well, you're sleeping in the street. I mean, who could disturb you? Because cars is passing. You know what I mean? I don't think a little snow will disturb you. And I was angry with the guy and beat him up. And he's like, couldn't believe it. And even then turn around to ask me for money. I said, I'm giving you money.
Okay.
So I mean, you gotta be careful with them people because they're doing all kind of things. If they could beat up people who is up the same level as them and in the same situation with them, could you imagine if they don't feel like how they feel about you passing them straight and not, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry for that guy because I saw him yesterday. I'm like, damn, I can't believe somebody would actually take time out to cut up the man like that. All on his head, on the back of his head.
Yeah.
It makes me feel bad, boy. I'll be honest, you know, that's why some violence can't stop him because I think somebody like his brother or his, you know, somebody much see that happen in maybe person. I just said there's a beat up that person even worse than he did and even tried to kill him, you know. That's how violence doesn't stop because when you watch that, it really hurts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kojo. All right, thanks.
You don't have to block me for birthday anymore. Your birthday is in December, so it's okay. We pray for that.
Bye, Kojo. All right.
Yeah, boy, I don't know.
But
I mean, this gentleman, it's real sad.
it could happen within your communities. It could happen in Kingston. You know, I mean, unfortunately, I suppose we've not seen it happen with any, I've heard of it happening with any of the cruise ship passengers who've arrived. Because, well, we've never heard of it happening, but, you know, we just have to be on our guard and just have to be careful, and authorities really have to do something about it at this point in time, because, yeah.
You can imagine one of these mentally ill man just walking around town smashing people windshield.
I could imagine it. If they've killed individuals before, if they've stabbed individuals before, I could imagine that.
What's going to come out of it?
Nothing. There's no compensation to be had. You can't get compensation from somebody who can't give account of what they've done because of mental defects. So, yeah. All right. So we are going to head on out of this segment at 10 minutes, which is 7:36, and we're heading directly into today's traffic talk.
Nothing else sounds as good as